Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercraft 67. This year I am going to challenge myself to do a lot of little projects that I have been putting off and interested in, but just don't really want to go there at that stage. But this year I'm going to do a few little interesting bits and pieces, and this project was one of them. I was watching a video from Robin Dudley Howes, and she was explaining how she rust dyes her fabrics. And I wanted to give it a go, and I'm very, very happy with the results. I've just dyed odd bits and pieces. I've got some cheesecloth here that's come out beautifully, some crocheted lace, just a piece of calico. I'm very, very surprised, and I am also really surprised with how different pieces have created different colours. This one here's got a lot of rust, but it's also got this taupey brown tone through it. Beautiful length of white roses, and they've come up just gorgeous. I hope that colour reflects on the screen. Beautiful. And then this, again, just another long piece of calico. I mean, that's just so pretty. I'm so wrapped with the way they've turned out. And this piece is gorgeous. This is like a, I don't know what you call this, like cotton. It's like sari almost. And the colours that it's taken on were just beautiful. I had coffee dyed this piece of fabric prior, so whether that has contributed to some of these colours. But yeah, I'm very, very impressed. The process is very, very simple. So I just thought I want to do a few more pieces for myself. Yeah, I am trying to learn or steer my style in a bit of a different direction this year, and I want to go quite grunge. So this is why I need some of these sorts of fabrics. Even the string has coloured up really nicely. So basically I went into my husband's shed and I just went through some tools and some bits and pieces that he's got in there. Not a lot of rusty stuff, but still. And I've just gone through my stash and I've just picked various pieces of fabric, lace, a doily, some cotton, and I'm not sure what this kind of material is, but it's a sheer cotton. It does feel like it has a finish on it, so it may not, the colour may not show too well. But anyway, we'll give it a go. And I've also got just a piece of floral fabric. So basically, the process is very simple. This is what Robin showed in her video, and I have just copied it. This is just an old spray bottle that I've used, but inside the solution is 1 part water to 1 part white vinegar. So basically, I filled this bottle with 100 mils of water and 100 mils of vinegar. When I did my first batch, as it was drying, I could smell the vinegar just slightly, but I could still smell it. So I've just put a couple of drops, maybe 4 drops of an essential oil in this as well. And I just want to see whether that will change the smell. Not offensive. It's not an offensive odor. It's just a slight vinegar smell. But basically, that's his solution. 1 part water, 1 part vinegar. And then you just... So I'm just going to grab all of these tools. I've got some chisels. I've got an old hook for the garden, a screwdriver. I found these hinges from something. A receiver tool. There's one little screw there. Another chisel and a pair of pliers. And they've all got a fair amount of rust on them, so some of these pieces I did use in my last experiment. Now this baking dish here is very old and it has a fairly decent rust element on it as well, so I'm going to actually use this while I do my tools. I'm also going to try and dye some napkins. So basically what you have to do, without saturating your object, You just want to give it a spray of the vinegar, and there must be something in the vinegar that reacts with rust, oxidization or some such thing, I imagine. And yeah, and then the over time the rust color leaches out onto whatever it's in contact with the fabric, or I'm hoping in this case the napkins. So I'm just gonna, this is just a little experiment which I didn't do last time. But now what you have to do with, like, just like that, without absolutely soaking your fabric, you want to dampen it with this water and vinegar mix. And then you're basically just grabbing whatever you've got that's rusty, and you're just going to wrap it around. Just, you know, fiddling, and I just spray a little bit more as I'm going just to activate the rust. And yeah, just keep wrapping, and see what comes of it. I'm just going to put them down like that. I've got this really big long piece of cotton fabric, and it's got a print on it, very faint print, so that'll be interesting to see if that print stands out. So again, I'm not drowning it, but it is damp, and I'm just going to take this big pair of pliers, and again I'm just going to start to wrap it up. And I'm just going to keep squirting a bit of vinegar as I go around. And yeah, I'll go down this way. And it's just a bit of a surprise. It's just a bit like tie-dyeing. You don't know what the end result's going to be. And now on that one here, I might just, and I will say that essential oil that I have put in this mix has a nicer smell than the vinegar. So that's a little hint. It's a little hint. And also, I guess if you are a little bit sensitive, you might want to wear some gloves if you're doing this. It doesn't tend to upset me, but yeah, some people could react to the vinegar, so that's always something to think about as well. So yes, I'm just going to give them a bit more of a spray. What else have I got here? I've got this nice big chisel, which has got a bit of rust on it, and I just might put this fabric around it. This is just like a crocheted doily. I think it was a tablecloth. So I'm just wetting that down, and I'm just going to start to wrap it around. I suppose you would want to get as much of the surface of the fabric as you could on the rusted area. And yeah, just give it a bit of a wrap like that and see what happens. What we've got another one of these little hinges. I've just got another little piece of, that's got a bit of paper sewn to it, but that won't matter. So again, just another little piece of like crocheted doily that I've cut apart from something I found in my stash. Again, just give that a bit of a wrap around. Bit of water, not water, vinegar. Now this one here, this is a piece of lace, but it's definitely like a synthetic lace, so I'm not sure it's going to take, but I'm interested to see if it will. So I just might make this one a little bit wetter, and I'm going to use the receding tool because it's the rustiest piece of stuff here. And I'm just going to kind of try and spread that out as best I can. Oh, it spins. And just try and get as much on those rusty surfaces as I can. And then just give that another good spray. And what else have we got? Oh, this piece of material too. Again, it's got some sort of finish on it. I don't know if it will work, but I'm just going to give it that little bit more. And I'll just use this chisel and wrap it around that. that kind of thing. And then this doily. I don't know. We'll have to do, so we'll get some moisture onto this doily. This is an old doily. It's beautifully hand embroidered, but whoever's had it has done these gorgeous little slow stitching mending to it. It's beautiful. So I'll just see if it will work with this. This is like a paint scraper or something. So, and we'll just see what comes of that. Give it a bit more, give some of these a bit more. I guess you want them to be wet enough so that the, oh, I'm nearly running out of mix. Wet enough so that the rust will leach, but not wet enough that they're dripping, I guess. And there's a screw, I'm just gonna stick that in there like that. All right, so there you go. So that's as simple as the process is. Now, Robin said to leave it for about a week, 6 days, but I achieved these results with these tools and this mix yesterday in about 6 hours. I started these in the morning, and by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they were dry enough, and yeah, all coloured up. So I guess just keep a watch. If you're going to give this a try, just keep a watch on what's going on with it, and then you be the judge. Maybe, you know, a few more days it will become more and more intense, but I just was very happy with the results and wanted to share that with you. All right, guys, I hope everyone is well. Sunday here in Australia. Beautiful, quiet morning. Sun is shining, but it's going to get hot. But anyway, I hope everyone is well. And, yeah, stay safe. And thanks so much for joining me this morning. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.